Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Wrong Ones. So obviously the Test match series is going on in between India and England. So that's for another day. But let's talk about more exciting stuff. I mean, debatable depending on which format you like the most. But the IPL auction is back, and it seems like the IPL finished just yesterday, some 6 months, but it's apparently 4 months ago, and it's now time to buy players for the next season. So the way we're going to go about this is. We're going to go through the teams 8 to 1 because that's the order we love doing for some reason. Whether it's analyzing the teams or looking at who they're going to buy. So we'll go 8 to 1, which basically means Rajasthan, Chennai, Kings 11, Kolkata, RCB, SRH, DC, and Mumbai. Hopefully it would have been DC first, but it's not. So we'll go on with what it is, and then we're going to talk about who we think they need, and obviously like the amount of money they have, and who are realistic targets for them. I mean, what roles and who are the players that can fulfill those roles, right? Okay, so let's start with I mean, obviously there's Noor and Kabir here as always. Nothing new here, and there's no special guest on this show with us. But starting with number 8, our favorite team, Rajasthan Royals.
God.
What do you think their main things they need are?
Then I can tell you what their main problem is. They retained Andrew Ty.
Yeah, but that's irrelevant, bro. Their foreigners are set in stone.
Anyway, I was just getting around. They need a lot of help, pretty much in anything. Pretty much in everything. They could do with a lot of batting help, and some Indian fast bowling as well would definitely help them.
Right. Noor, what do you think they need?
I agree with Kabir. They need a lot of help with batting, especially since they dropped Steve Smith. They might try to get him back for cheaper. Who
No
knows?
chance. I don't see that happening. Not after you dropped him as captain.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I think they could do with like someone like Jason Roy, like an international opener.
It
Yep.
depends. It really depends where they're looking at for their fourth playing foreigner because I mean 3 are set in stone. So are they going to open Joss? Then you'd want a middle order batsman. Are you going to open? Are you going to play Joss down the order? Then you'd want an opener. And obviously they've got a new captain now, Sanju Samson, captain of the Kerala Mushtaq Ali team. So that's another big thing. All right. So you guys have pointed out what do you think they need. I also think when I try to write down a potential 11 that they have, the problem for them, I think, in this auction is going to be that what they need is Indian talent, like solid Indian talent, national experience and stuff. And there's not really much of that going around, especially in terms of batting. They need maybe someone like the best they could probably get batting wise is probably Karun Nair, who isn't really a
Or
T20
a Hanuma Vihari.
or Pujara, who aren't really T20
Or
batsmen.
Jadhav. I mean, Kedar Jadhav is always an option.
Kedar Jadhav is an option, yeah, of course, Murli Vijay. And I think they need Indian bowlers, which again, the options are Umesh and
Mohit Sharma.
Mohit Sharma. Yeah, so those are the options. I think. So let's see what do you guys think? Who do you think should be their top targets? I think each person should give 2 or 3 top targets. Noor, who should the 3 top targets be according to you?
Um, Okay, so I think Jason Roy, I mentioned that before. I think they need a international opener, especially because like, I mean, Ben Stokes he played well as an opener a few games, but I like him a little down the order. Um, I don't, I also see them going for someone like a Glenn Maxwell, maybe if not for like
Yeah,
that
same.
opening, go for an
I
all
can
round.
see a lot of teams doing that.
I can, yeah,
I actually don't, but okay.
I do see a lot of teams going for Glenn Maxwell. I think RR could actually really like benefit from from him. And I think then I agree with Johan. They need an Indian pacer. There's not a lot going around, so I think they'd try to go for Umesh. Maybe I'm not sure.
Yeah, I agree. Kabir, what do you think? 3 targets?
I am with you as well. I think Umesh Yadav is going to be that big sort of guy they go for. They need some Indian fast bowling. And in terms of batting, I mean, honestly, they could show their sort of stack up, their batting lineup up with pretty much anything. They just need some decent, experienced talent. So maybe they could go with Karun Nair. Maybe they could go with Murli Vijay. I don't think they'd go with Murli Vijay. I reckon between Hanuma Vihari and Karun Nair, those are the 2 best options.
I think what you mentioned, Kedar, is also a good option, especially because, but I mean, like, okay, I put down a top 6, 7 for them. What I've got is Joss, Yashasvi, Sanju, Stokes, and then Miller, or if they buy a backup, and then Tewatia, Parag. That isn't the worst top 7 in terms of what you can get. So if we're looking
Yeah.
to fill holes here, I'd say maybe Jadhav as an option instead of Parag coming in. And then again, if they want to play Miller or do they want to buy? And Miller played a beautiful innings yesterday, but do they want to play Miller, or do they want to give that position to someone else? Maybe go for a Maxwell there, or then you move Joss down and go for a Hales or a Roy. So I think their big decision is going to be where they want their fourth foreigner to play. If they're looking at an opener with Joss and Stokes in the middle order, then there's obviously all the options in the world: David Malan, Roy, Hales, even. But if they want someone
Yeah.
down the order, it might be more selective. Maybe like a Dan Christian might be an outside pick, or a Glenn Maxwell. So yeah,
Yeah.
those are the kind of guys I see them going for. And obviously an Indian fast bowler. Also another guy I see them going for potentially is Shivam Dube, who RCB have let
Yeah.
go,
Yeah. Yeah.
who I
Yeah.
think is going to
Maybe.
attract a lot of attention, because I think Shivam Dube as an option for them instead of Parag gives them a bowling option, a batting option, both. So that will actually give them pretty lethal middle order with Stokes, potentially Miller, Tewatia, and Shivam Dube. That's
I don't know if they'd replace Parag with Dube. I think they quite like Parag.
I agree they
Um,
do. The other option is then that you replace Yashasri with him, and then you play him down the order, and you open with Stokes and Joss together, or Joss and Sanju. That's now going to be up to whether you want to stock all your batting resources up top, which is their
yeah,
problem last
but
year.
I think they need depth in everything. It's such a thin team right now. They need depth in literally any department. So pretty much anyone they get would be an addition to that team, I think.
Yeah, I mean they've got
Yeah.
35 crores, so they're 34.85 crores, and they've let Robin Uthappa go
Yeah,
to CSK. So
Chennai.
there's obviously some thinking going on there, and let's see what they go for. So they'll be a big team to watch because they've got the purse and they need the players. So let's see. Uh,